Akpabio came to my hotel room around 2 a.m. and pleaded that I should work for him. And I told him that I will not work for you because I'm already committed to Senatorial, and these are my reasons. After the election, one of these days we were in his house, and we had a lengthy discussion. I started taking me around the house, and he said, "Do you know that I have a chapel in my house?" I said, "Wow, you have a chapel here." I said, "Let me see." He went and showed me the chapel. And in the chapel, he told me that, "You are my brother." I said, "Yes." He said, 5 senators will leave the Senate. I said, 5. I said, "How did you know?" He said, "I'm the Senate president. I know five senators are leaving."
My dear people of the Federation, I have said it before. Natasha is like the bone in the neck of Senator Akpabio. No jokes. Senator Natasha Akpabio has turned to a bone that is holding the Senate President Godswill Akpabio in the neck. And I've said it in some of my videos. I've said it before that you see this whole thing that is going on between Natasha and Akpabio. Senate President Senate President Akpabio will be regretting. He will forever regret ever trying to do what he did and what is flying about that he is doing to Senator Natasha. Seriously, he will ever regret it, guys. Yeah, so I said this because new accusations are coming out, new allegations are coming out, fresh allegations are coming out for him, for Godswill Akpabio. Fresh allegations are coming out for Godswill Akpabio because this Senator Abo, right, if I'm correct with the name, the pronunciation of the name, former Senator Abo, right, he has come out to bring us new and fresh allegations against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, guys. And I would like you guys to listen as Dr. Abati and Rufai of Arise TV, as they go heads in head, like they try to bring out their own part concerning the allegations that Senator Abo made fresh one against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. So let's listen to the debate from the two sides, and yeah, I'll be right back.
I think in this their drama, people should just realize that when you make allegations, you may be called upon to prove them. The law does not allow anybody, you may not have broken any law, but the law does not allow anybody, no matter how they place, to start accusing people of intent to commit murder, intent to kill, intent to cause violence. And the details, she said she was privy to. Those persons who have been maligned publicly could take her to account and ask her to come and prove where there was any discussion at all that they were planning to assassinate her. Those are very grave allegations, and I think maturity will require that people, should be careful what they say about other people, no matter what the politics. And that's what Senator Akpoti. As for Senator Elisha Abo, once a senator, you are a senator for life. You represented Adamawa North. Now, it sounds like sour grapes. It sounds like, vengeance, right? I think that's the right word. It sounds like personal animus by, seizing this opportunity of the conflict between Senator Akpoti and Senator Akpabio for him to go public, to also begin to abuse Senator Akpabio, accusing him of vindictiveness, accusing him of being like an emperor in the National Assembly. That's the way it came across to me. And then there are other details in what he said. He said his last month's salary was not paid. I thought it was removed by the court. So it was as a result of a legal process that he lost his case in court. If the court had already, removed him from the Senate, why should he expect to be paid? He said another thing, that senators of the Federal Republic are usually paid before the 19th, in line with federal government rules. So the federal government of Nigeria pays senators salaries before the 19th, when most of the people in the civil service and public service of Nigeria, some of them do not receive salary for months. Yes. There are government agencies in this country where you cannot get salary even at the end of the month. So they seem to be very privileged persons. So those other people working for the federal government, going to work every day, this is what they say. When they say that our senators are overpampered and overpaid, in addition to allowances. The third point he made was about, cars being allowed to be taken away. Why should they go away with their cars? That again is a serious allegation. Did they pay for those vehicles that were given to them? And he says he was not the only one. He was the only one that was not given the car. So this again is a revelation
Yes.
of the kind of, behavior that we find at the highest levels. People will go away when they leave office with furniture, with vehicles. One more point.
Yes.
When he said, Senator Akpabio said 5 senators will be removed from the National Assembly. Senator Akpabio is not the one that elects senators. He's first among equals as Senate President. So Elisha Abu will have to prove how the Senate President can just say, oh, you have been removed from the Senate. Right. That's a bit, a flight of fancy kind of allegation. Right. If you are taken to court and you lose, in election petition matters, that's not Akpabio. If your people don't vote for you and you don't come back, that's not Akpabio. If the president says, okay, 2 senators have been appointed ministers by the president of Nigeria, is it Akpabio that went to tell President Tinubu to remove those 2? So some of those allegations don't quite add up.
Those are good questions. Well said, Dr. Abati. But Senator Natasha Akpoti's homecoming was quite the sight. When I saw those videos circulating online, I was in awe because, we've been talking about the recall process and the amount of people that had, tried to remove or recall Natasha. But then we saw a mammoth crowd welcoming her, Rufai.
So a couple of things. Again, I want to put a caveat first. We have not seen the evidence. I can't say Akpabio is wrong. I can't say Senator Natasha is wrong. Senator Akpabio is wrong. Senator Natasha is wrong until we get an investigation into what has happened. I think I should put that first. And we can't take sides. We are never taking sides. We have never taken sides. But a couple of things as regards what happened in Kogi. I have a couple of questions for the Kogi government. In Kingsley Fawo's letter, he said because there were skirmishes as regards fishermen and 1 or 2 people died. And that's why they blocked every part and blocked major roads into Kogi. So since when we've been having terrorist attack and jailbreaks, why did the Kogi's government block all the roads?
Those are the questions.
There was a jailbreak, and there have been many incidents of terrorist attack in Kogi. At the point it was a hotbed. Why didn't they block all the access to be able to prevent people from coming in? Because that allusion, for me, to those 2 incidents in those local governments was not strong enough. They blocked everywhere to the extent that Senator Akpabio had to come with a helicopter. She got in there. The same event that they said was going to not be peaceful turned out to be peaceful. And when Kingsley Fawo was interviewed, he said she made some statements. A couple of things. And I'll go back to those statements. Yes, the principle is he who alleges must prove. But for her to make those statements in the first place speaks volumes of our system. The question is, who has investigated those statements she has made? Who has investigated if there was a need or if there was a meeting of some sort like she claimed in the first place? And she was ready to make, appropriate submission. But I must repeat, if anything happens to Natasha, we will speak loudly because nothing must happen to her. She's a citizen, she has every right, and when you look at it, there's always an element of bad faith. How did somebody making an allegation against the Senate President lead to a recall in the first place if there was not a level of connivance?
So, what's the correlation?
So there's no correlation. So for those that want logic, I've given them logic. All we'll have thought is that they investigated that in the House, but all of a sudden it has led to a recall, and we are hearing fictitious signatures everywhere. Thirdly, I don't agree with Mr. Elisha about everything, the sex toy thing and everything.
Said it was a candy shop.
But with due respect, it is in the time of malice that things will come up. And I don't see anything wrong with Elisha Apple, because this is going on with Senator Natasha Akpoti and Senator Akpabio now, speaking up about his own incidents. It is when things happen. What we should investigate is, are all the things Elisha Apple said, are they wrong?
I must investigate.
So each of us is able to provide evidence for us. I don't see anything in being vindictive. If human beings everywhere do it, they see something happening to somebody and they make their point known about it. The question is, all these allegations, is it wrong? And we should be able to investigate. How will somebody know who will be pulled out and not be pulled out? It speaks volumes about our processes and systems in this country.
A lot of points.
All we just want is fairness across board. And please, I must also reiterate, nothing must happen to Natasha Akpoti. All right. Please, the authorities she has written a petition to the IG. The IG can also call out to investigate to provide evidence. But nothing, I repeat, must happen to Natasha Akpoti in this country.
Wow, guys, that was such an intense one. That was I truly I like Rufai, seriously. Sometimes there's a way Dr. Abati, I don't know whether that's his job in that Arise TV, but there is a way he asks questions and there's a way he acts. He's always as if he's always for the opposition, as if he's the antagonist in any brought up issue and people are talking positively. He will always want to talk, be the antagonist, the villain in the talk. Who knows, maybe maybe that's his job description in the show, the Arise show, morning show, right? Anyways, I don't know. All right, so drop your thoughts in the comment. Let me know what you people's thoughts are, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.